Ooh, so good. Andy, thank you. Love the title. In mitigated disaster. I'm looking at that tread line still because I'd hold it up. What did I miss on there, really? Well, I didn't set it up the perfect day because I still caught it on the thing because I saw a set on the side. We'll call this the main tread line right here at the back end of the catch. Cut and catch. Inside of here, then you got the tower, the pyramid. Inside here, about all that just aggregate coming together in gravity, piling it down in that middle, becomes a line. So I had the pattern, I had the recut pattern on 3-footers and stuff like that, usually because you could always slide them back through cut them back to whatever the miss was and see, the first set to kind of catch where the reed's going, look on the back of it, see how far it cuts in, check the angle, and then you're always turned down on the differential of what goes on the recut pattern. For it's a pattern cut, I just either need to turn them into 1s and 18s and 24s, right? And then I can knock them back to either pattern. And if it's on pattern cut for length, for 2 foots or 3 foots or whatever the pattern is on that, unless I can knock it back for a 3 for a set of orders, which if it's in the pattern set, it's going for pattern. Not worth it to pull it out on side the set. The differential are 2 different turns that make a differential, and knowing that set turns over.
First, we begin with Joe Biden.
So,
last night, yes, your fearless leader came out
when
of
you run the
hiding
line,
for
I think
a
I
very
set it up by the door for the
special
treads that
town
need to
hall.
be in
Very
for
few
the
people
3-2-1s,
watched
and then
on
maybe
fake
even the
news
pattern,
CNN,
or
and despite a never-ending
long pattern
stream of
from a double
softball
pallet setup
questions
and picking
plenty
up
of coddling from
6-7 footers
Don
with a
Lemon.
pallet.
Well,
The
town
forks
hall
aren't
was
the best
an,
for picking
well,
up those things without
charitably, I'll
shooting
say,
in for the
an
heister.
unmitigated
They
disaster.
can turn into those
Many of
numbers
Joe's
have to be
answers
done
were completely
outside, but the pattern
incomprehensible.
numbers inside
At
of this
times,
row
no one
of
seemed
pulling it
to
out
know
and not having
what
the air
the hell
crane
Joe
turn
was
over
even
the long
talking
stuff,
about.
the back stuff
Not even Don
inside of the
Lemon,
set.
not the audience,
Being able to pull
not
out the
even
pattern,
Joe himself,
move that out
but
to the
as
side,
usual,
pull
we let
in
you
to
decide.
run the sets inside of there where their
I've
air
heard you
crane
speak
hits the
about
big
it
ones,
because you always,
top
I'm
of the
not being
little ones,
solicitous, but
with an air crane across the
you're
back,
always straight up about what you're doing.
or being able to
And the
turn the
question is
3-footers
whether or
on
not
that first
we
row
should
right
be in a
there
position
for
where
get the 3-footers
you,
out of there. It's a nice way to pick it up a little bit.
are, why
Catch them
can't
up from behind if that's what you're doing.
the-
But when they're big
the
sets like that, it
experts
goes
say,
beep beep beep.
we
It goes
know
go
that
one to the
this
saw
virus
with a
is,
gap,
in fact,
one to the saw with a gap, one to the saw with a gap.
It's going to be
Feeds on
we
timelines
know why
start
all
to
the
be
drugs
that gap
approved are not
turns over
temporarily
to,
approved,
well,
but
head flip it
permanently
over,
approved.
run the set on the
That's
top of
underway
that
too.
thing
I
for
expect
2
that to
man.
occur quickly.
With a 3-man on there for operators. Turnover also turns into being able to catch the drop on the differential.
If
And that line finishing off through, because that's time set,
whether or not
to pump in and get an operator to go grab rock or something, and it's hard for me to lead that when, I have to get that order and then pass that task along to what the differential is, the output to those results. Then you go to the top end. There's 2 different spots that have the same
Okay, we have a
line, turn
president
them over. Do you want to do that anymore? Does it change the value intrinsically to what's fair for, doing things on systems, parking all the matrix inside of there, putting
And I know I've joked about it in
the
the
system
past,
on
but
that.
it's really not funny anymore. This is a real national security crisis that has emerged not only for the U.S. but the world.
Let me hear the squeaky.
And it's completely being ignored by the media mob, the big
you
tech
need that number
mob,
if you
the
can't quantify.
Twitter
Firstly, it's a
blue
problem.
check,
That's the beauty about problems.
mob,
They have
big
high
tech
value return when you
cult
solve
that
them.
exists. They only seem to talk to
NP
each other.
problem, Ying's
But
Meals
when
mass
Joe
gap.
was able to
If you want
form a
hydrogen, it has to be those
semi-coherent
rules. Don't give me some
sentence.
cryptic
Well, he was
bullshit
almost
on the
always
differential, the
lying. Now,
laser
the
to the
first
moon or not.
example
Is it really
involves
that
crime in
distance?
America.
How do you know that they just
According
didn't
to
do
your
some
president,
fucking
Joe
side number
Biden,
inside
crime is
there
actually
without
down, he
some
says.
Karen
Watch
or
for
Hannity
yourself.
or whoever getting out there
No,
telling
I'm
no,
not being
no,
wise,
no.
guys. There's no reason you shouldn't. Have you seen my gun violence legislation
That
I've
works.
introduced? As you know, because you're so involved,
And then why not that?
actually crime is down. Gun violence and murder rates are up. Guns.
Hello, I
Okay,
gotta hit
Joe, you're the
timelines on
president,
this
but
for
I'll
what
help
that
you
was,
out.
because I
Murder
don't
is
know.
way
Well,
up in every
that's
major city in the country.
the NP
Assaults
problem
are up,
on R for
carjackings,
what this
they've
is.
spiked
Depending
also.
on what that
Out
code
there in
cipher is in
California,
there,
the
it's like
socialist
if
paradise
the
that it
topology
is,
on the differential
shoplifting
said
now
then,
is so
this
bad
is the
because
result
they're
you
not going to
wanted.
arrest you and
Is
charge
that
you
not
unless
what
you
you
steal
want?
over
Hit you on heart monitor
$1,000.
right there to that key
Retailers
ring
now
on your
have to
Wi-Fi,
close
dude,
early,
and
and
it's
some
gonna come up
retailers
like
have closed
everything running out.
locations permanently because of the never-ending theft. Just look at your screen right now. Look,
You
look
can't
what's
solve
happening
that.
here.
Can't do
It's
that.
happening
That's
all
what
over
gravity's about.
California.
Look, that's
Crooks,
what they're
what
going
they
to
do is they
do.
come in with like
That's the
garbage bags,
number.
they
I claim
fill
that
them up
that's
with
what
merchandise,
gun climates
keep
to
it
be.
under
No.
$1,000 so they
People
don't
have
get in
normal
trouble,
society
and
on
they just
taxes,
walk
the
right out of the
differential of that
store,
thing, and it
and in
comes to
Joe's
them
reality,
anyways.
everything's free. Wow.
Yours,
What
right?
about,
Like, that's a
how
good
does a
one,
business
but
ever get to stay in business that way? They rarely get
Yeah,
arrested and
union boss
almost never get
packing
prosecuted.
this yard right here,
According
trying
to
to
Joe
deal with the
Biden,
bullshit and
the
bring
real
your
problem
Gunny's
in this
wife over there
country,
to keep her
that's
happy.
Americans who lawfully exercise your Second Amendment
Just
rights,
giving her an
your
examination,
constitutional
making sure
rights. Watch
her
this.
PhD is good on the
The
inside.
idea
Good on the
you
inside.
need a weapon that can have the ability to fire 20, 30, 40, 50, 120 shots from that weapon, whether it's a
Yeah,
a
whoa, whoa,
9mm pistol or whether it's a rifle, is ridiculous. I'm continuing to push to eliminate the sale of those things.
It's a piece of metal.
Okay, Joe.
Honestly,
I
here's
own
what that is. We have the
9mm
systems
weapons.
already that's what that
I
does. You
even
have
a
to
license
use them
to carry
laws.
a 9mm
They're all
weapon.
Roe v. Wade, the
It's a
Board of
handgun. It's one of the most
Education,
basic
Supreme Court
self-defense
case, man, the
weapons.
abortion on
And
that might as
there
well
is
been late
no
term this long for the
120
definition of
clip
Uber in the
magazine for
Supreme
a
Court these days.
9mm pistol that I've
Ford's
ever heard
patent
of,
law
but I'm
on
open
the.
to seeing it if you could show it to me. But I wouldn't expect Joe Biden to know that
It has a
because he
purpose.
barely
That
seems
bar
to know what
comes
day
in
of the
on a
week
hill
it is,
topology
and
over
doesn't
there
really
being a
seem
bad
to
day
have
for
a
somebody
firm grasp
wanting
on
to just
any
do this. Well, I want
issues
to keep it
of
square.
any substance. And sometimes, well, it seems like he's living
Three
in
to
this,
the root
you know,
three, man.
alternate reality of his. In fact, get this. According to Joe,
That'd be the code.
there's no
That
longer
means somebody has a bad
crisis
day over there. We can have the graph. How do you
at
know
our
that? Because they
southern
keep
border.
probing the fucking
This is
fence,
what they
man.
call,
They're hitting it with a
well,
photon.
Burger King a
Like,
Whopper.
blink, blink, blink.
with cheese.
Here are what those
Double
things are.
bread,
That
double,
usually means
you know,
that it'll
meat.
happen again.
Take a look.
We have been able to move significantly to change the number.
So
There were
you're going
thousands
to
of people
significantly change the numbers that it
in
could be
custody
bad
of
at
the Border
some
Patrol.
time on the
It's
top
now
end of what
cut
that does.
by
Well, I can
90%.
quantify that same rule by
We're-
saying it
it's
doesn't.
considerably
And then it's a
down.
vote about those things. So when it's 50-50 like that, why
All
do you
right,
choose to
Joe,
hang
there
in
are
that,
fewer
that battle
migrants,
zone? You go to the
in
rules on
DHS
what the good
custody
ones
because
in
your
that system say
administration,
that
I'll
that
tell
is,
you
and then
why,
focus on
you
that.
are
Try to explain
releasing
that to
them
the
all over
differential on the other
country.
side.
And of course,
You can't do that.
migrants
You don't have
continue
the
to
full
pour
matrix, and
across
that's
the
probably
southern
why
border in
your gun
droves.
control law
Here we got
doesn't
the
look
numbers
right,
for
feel
June.
right,
Yep,
smell right. They're
another
going to
record.
reject it.
188,000
Hannity.
migrants entering our
Yeah.
country illegally, and that's only the numbers that we know
Close,
about.
but it's
Now,
tight, right?
This is in the New York Times, Joe, and I assume you're still able to
Going out
read.
there and
But I digress. The next lie from
See, I'll
Joe
get
Biden,
stoned
that
out.
would
You're gonna stand
involve
next to it for a while, and
inflation,
I'm gonna be like,
which
that,
every American is
that's the hit.
feeling.
And then you're gonna
and
come
it's
at me with
really
some stuff
bad.
like the mill,
Watch.
right? It's like, what do you think that is? That's a great.
Guess
brilliant.
what? Instead of paying 10 cents, you're paying 20. You
Because you
understand what I'm
talk to a
saying?
crowd on a
It
thing.
relates
It's like,
to
no, I have a
what,
problem.
in
What am I
fact,
supposed to
is
do with
now
that? It's like,
needed
well, that
because
doesn't
we're
do nothing
growing.
different. You don't do
I
anything
don't
different
know
for me to do with
anybody,
what I'm going to
including
do,
Larry
and
Summers,
don't
who's a
worry
friend
about
of mine,
it.
who's
Excuse me?
worried about
That's going to be a problem.
inflation, is
Cost on tax
suggesting
line
that
started
there's
to do the
any
budget, started to do what you'll do
long-term
on the
march
recycle of the
here if we do
budget
the
on what
things we're
that is
gonna
to.
do.
So
the
you say
economist that
bringing
Joe
in
is
more people
referring
to
to
tax
has a
dollars
name.
makes
His name
that. That's
is
an autonomous
Lawrence
thing of
Summers,
leveling
and
across the
literally
board
wrote
to
an
certain
op-ed
socialisms.
entitled,
That's not
"The
a wrong
inflation
answer.
risk
The wrong
is
answer
real."
is not
Articles in
mentioned
the
in the
Wall
top
Street
end
Journal,
differential
articles
to
in
what you're going to
Forbes and
quantify as
Bloomberg
racist
also
plantation
discuss
owners,
the
Bezos
long-term
and fucking
inflation
Zuckerberg,
risk.
Elon over here.
It's
But then
getting
you look at
bad.
their numbers.
Even
Some
now
are
we're
great.
calculating the
What are the differentials
misery
in codes? And
index
you go
that
to
we really
slam one of
haven't
their dicks
measured
in the
since
fucking
Jimmy
toilet
Carter.
seat, pissing
And
all over the
Biden's
floor.
own
It's pretty
Treasury
straightforward and
Secretary
simple.
Janet
You get it
Yellen
out here
warned
with
of
Hannity
months
and you have
of
him
rapid
fucking hammer their
inflation.
dick in the fucking
Maybe Joe
toilet
missed
seat.
that meeting, or maybe he just forgot, or maybe he